Looks like we're good again. Hey everyone, Ragnamuni here. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. I should explain more of what my plans for this Let's Play include. Because as you know, I skipped the whole license testing and stuff just because I wanted to get into the game. So, my goal is going to be clear all of Gran Turismo League, of course, all of the special events, and all of the rally events. But why not endurance? Because I don't have 2 hours of video to spend when a freaking 30-minute video takes me 2 hours to upload. I have to actually use my internet, god damn it. Even Trial Mountain's 30 laps because they have requirements. And I absolutely hate the endurance tests. I mean, again, what is this, NASCAR? Regardless, we got a shiny new car, so we're going to take this car up and we're going to start getting some stuff a-doon. First and foremost, we got to finish off our Clubman Cup here and get 7K. So let's go. Never did talk about Rome Short all that much, but that's only because it's like a cutoff course from the true circuit of this game, Rome, so just the full Rome circuit. Listen to that engine purr. Now, the reason that this Lancer is considered superior to the GSR in some ways is because this Lancer is highly tuned for acceleration purposes. Like big acceleration purposes. This thing's top speed only reaches about 120, 122, whereas the GSR, the one that I could dye a whole bunch of different colors, while it can reach a good top speed of about 140, its acceleration is much worse. I actually tested both Lancers multiple times in Red Rock Valley to see the difference for which would be better for racing there, and this ended up winning, if only because I noticed that at first I was having better lap times with this due to its higher acceleration value. And it shows. Now, even though, like, as you can see, my acceleration's way better, these cars are getting up on me. And that's only because, as you can see, my top speed is pretty bad. Basically, the low... Oh, God. You are not passing me, pal. Brake, now. I need to make sure that I stay ahead of that car because he's going to be a problem. I think before I was identifying things as problem cars, and that is definitely one of them. I want to say that's a Miata or a Honda of some sort. That definitely feels like a Honda. I wish that we had Lancers that were 6-speed cars, and that's just me. Because there are cars that shift to 6 gears, but they're not all that great. That car is getting all up on me, and I do not like that one bit. I do not like that green car getting up on me one bit. Please stop. Please stop. Okay, that was actually a really good turn there. That was like the best turn I've ever had on this course. Do that, please. Okay, that's pretty good. My car's gonna get up on me again. Okay, we should be good. Ooh, he actually shifted back in position. Pretty good. Should be a victory? 3, 2, yep, that's a victory. Excellent day, excellent day. So what was that? Renault, another Audi. Let's find out what that was. That was a TVR that was giving me trouble. It was a TVR, good lord. A Renault TVO. TVO. That sounds like a TV company, TVO. Alrighty. And yes, I saved my game off screen, so we're good, in addition to the episodic stage capture. So we're good. Man, I love this game. Alright, so that does it for Club and Cup. After this, you pretty much... There's a lightweight cup, but you need like a slow car, and it really doesn't give you much reward, as you can see. So in order to really continue on, you need to grind up a bit of cash and get yourself some money, as well as take risks. Hey boys, guess what time it is? I'm gonna make myself some fast money. Well, think about it. If I could do it with my first car, then this Lancer should be able to do it no problem. At the very least in comparison, because the acceleration rates are way better, my top speeds are way better. I wish I could just get the Carbon soundtrack and just use it in these videos, you know, just because I feel like it would fit so much. This is the old school Need for Speed Carbon right here. As you can see, the Lancer has no trouble getting ahead of these, whereas before it relied way more on luck. And you bet you're wondering, okay, why are you racing this instead of the other way? Because maybe I want to tune this thing up a bit, so that it could take on the higher levels a bit easier. That's just what I think I should be doing anyways. And if I can indeed beat these cars in a fair straight-up race, then maybe I'll try the Seattle Long and see what I get. I kind of don't want the Phaeton, I want the Cobra. Just because I like the Shelby Cobra more. Yeah, I am destroying these cars here. I am destroying these cars because of my higher acceleration. This race is just an absolute... It is a slobber knocker right here. I also need to get some cars ready. I also need to get like a car ready. I want to make that's another thing. I kind of want to make enough so I can get my Audi. And racing this in Seattle Short gives me enough to not only buy my Audi, but I can also see if it can enter all races, and I can pretty much tune that Audi to where I need it to tune it, to where I got to tune it. But yeah, if you remember the three car types, exotic, muscle, and tuner, this game I would have to say favors tuners among all else because they have the widest representation of racing class cars, and they're the best performing vehicles in the game, both horsepower wise and on average. Plus, there's not really any good representation of muscle cars outside of the Muscle Car Cup, so it's like you only have one cup. It's a fight against Angie. Well, if there's no characters in this game, you're just racing because it's a driving simulator with one hell of a good game philosophy. All right, so that's that. Get $7,000 for winning this, and that's a new car. That car that I believe that car never changes. You always get a PT Spider for your efforts. You know what? Let's do it. Let's see if I can beat Seattle. Let's see if I can beat the Seattle circuit. Screw Laguna Seca. I am not racing there anytime soon. At least not with this car. Because I really don't like Laguna Seca. Laguna Seca is legendary. I think it's a PA track too, which makes it even more interesting. Alright, so this is the full Seattle circuit, which is really pretty on the eyes. And I remember muscle cars being featured prominently in this racetrack. Car needs to get off me so I can actually accelerate. I was not able to overtake them here. This might be an issue. Let's hope that's not an issue. And this track extends beyond what you saw before. It doesn't connect them nearly as well. Now, I remember way back in the day, me and my friends always talked about using cars as barriers to kind of keep your speed up. And this game doesn't really penalize you in that aspect at all, so by all means, go for it. Get out of my way, you dumb blue car! That's gonna be the car that probably gives me the most shit for this race. Well, if I can stay ahead of him, it won't give me shit. Uh-oh, I'm getting to my high speed cap here. That might be a problem. Maybe not. I mean, look how retro this track kind of looks, if you know what I mean. Bit of a sunset. There's a bit of a 60s feel, because these look like legitimate roads that people drive on to get to work and stuff, because there's the double yellow lines and everything. I want to know which courses here are fiction, which courses are real life, and kind of be like, wow, this is awesome, because I'm pretty sure Seattle doesn't work like this, if this is like a legitimate circuit. I mean, look at all the work that probably had to be maintained getting them trees into place. Yeah, these cars, like I said, for the pathing is just ridiculous. You're probably going to hear me repeat a lot of what I say, if only because if I've learned one thing from trying to Let's Play Toy Story Racer, and I still need to go back and finish that game, so there you go. It is that you will run out of things to say very often in a racing game. I've learned that from my own experiences. I've learned that from watching. Brain Scratch do F-Zero, and I don't believe, no, they haven't covered Jack X yet. Yeah, that blue car is trying to get on my heels. Okay, here comes that lovely straightaway section. This is what gets me, because there's like stoplights everywhere. You don't have stoplights in the middle of a racetrack. I love that sound effect too. That's like the classic, in my opinion, the classic sort of race car tire screech sound effect. Okay, we should be good, as long as I don't screw up this final straightaway here. There we go. That's gonna be 75. The car that we win here sells for 75,000. That's kind of why I'm hoping it's the Cobra, so I can kind of show off some muscle cars here. Oh baby. So we have plenty of cash to really work with now, and that's gonna be fantastic for when we go to build our car for the national circuit grind, as I'm gonna call it. We also have to get ourselves a rally car, just so we can, well, get the rally car going. Alright, so that's two of them. Laguna Seca. I really don't feel like racing that track, mainly because there's a lot of straightaways and it's very scary. Let's go see what our prizes are. We got our PT Spider. That's 25,000 right there. Very nice car. I'm probably going to end up using this for a majority of some of those races. And there it is, the Cobra. The Shelby Cobra 6. Good color, too. The Shelby Cobra 67. I think it has like 427, the Cobra 427. And I like that. They even have the year that these were made. So yeah, these cars come from like long ago. These aren't fiction. These are real things. People actually drove this back then. But yeah, the Cobra I've actually tested out. It's slidey as hell, but on them straightaways it is fast. It's a very powerful acceleration car. You actually kind of need to get it a racing transmission just so that you can fine-tune it and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I need to kind of sell this for the time being, because I need the money more than anything. Alright, so there's our Lancer. Trying to think what else I can kind of do. Because here's going to be the thing. Well, a thing. Spyro does a thing. Crash does a thing. You'll notice that I need to adhere to these horsepower requirements for getting in these races. And there are quite a lot of them. Laguna Seca is the U.S. track, of course. So I'll be racing that, like, almost religiously. You don't even get cars for winning that either, so it's like, why bother? Alright, I gotta think here. I have 122k. Do I want to get my Audi now, or do I want to do something else? Let's go ahead and try... There's a Seattle short for that. I'm pretty sure I can win this course, but... You know what? Let's go ahead and finish this off. Just because that means I'll never have to show Laguna Seca in this hellhole again. I'm pretty sure this car can handle it. If not, then, well, that's probably where I'll end the part then. Or I'll tune this car up and we'll come back and try again, because if this car's tuned up, then it sure as hell can grind out 75,000. And I'll probably go grind another Shelby Cobra off-screen for showcase purposes. You understand? But welcome to Laguna Seca, home of the worst turn in video game history. I hate this. I love this course because of its rich history. I hate this course because of, well, you're gonna see soon enough, and holy shit, you actually pulled in front of me. That's a problem. I gotta get ahead of that fooling fast. It'd be so much easier if I had my Daishin Sylvia. Curse my Let's Play Blood for not letting me do speedrun strats. I'm gonna make you crash, how's that? Oh my god, I actually did make him crash! I'm so looking back onto that when it comes to the replay. Because I gotta see if I made him, like, wreck like crazy. Or if the game just reset his position after everything else had happened. So yeah, we might be able to win this pretty easy if I get lucky on some turns here. Especially that corkscrew, that is the worst one. It's because it's like you're coming up to a hill that you don't know what to expect. So your instinct is go fast, because you don't know that there's a turn coming. And what's happened is you go too fast and it's like, oh god, there's a big turn, so you try to brake, you can't brake, you end up flying into that wall and crashing. About to say, did that same car spin out really pull himself back into third place? Oh my god, it did. Jesus. This game's pathing is nuts. And no, I'm not turning into a speedrunner. I'm just learning various speedrun strats to make my life easier. I think he had to brake for that turn. Looked like he did anyways. And that is how you successfully do that corkscrew. Alright, just have to handle 2 more turns without spinning out or anything. That's another reason I love the Lancer, because it spins out very rarely. Like, casually, these players are going off the track, but whenever you have to race it, no, you're not allowed off the track. Grr. There we go. Hey, there's a Shelby GT350. There's no Cobra. But, yeah, that's a thing. Alright. That's the Muscle Car Cup done. Should get a nice car for our efforts, too. We'll go ahead and see what car that is, and then we'll start tuning our baby so we can get some of these national races done. Oh, this is where the Phaeton comes from. Okay. I thought the Phaeton came from another spot. But yeah, it looks like a cool car. There we go. We have 157 to our name. So we need to do some tuning. Some good old tuning. Let's go to North City. I need to see how much the not how much money the Audi is, but what's the horsepower on that thing. So it's 221. 221. That's great, but there's a couple of races that are like 197 requirements. So we're gonna hold off on the Audi for now. We're gonna go ahead. I think a Miata might suit us. Gotta figure out the right Miata to buy though. That's crap. That's crap. RX-7s are pretty cool. But unfortunately, they're a bit too fast for what we want. I think it's this Miata. I think I recognize it from the goldenish hood. This looks like the car we need to purchase. I'm gonna just check and see if there's a used car that's kind of the same but different. Hey, look, there's our favorite, the Infiniti. And now it's a blue color. Ooh. I kind of want this. I kind of want that. I kind of want to tune that up. Here's a Miata. Ah, but that's a crap one. An RX-7 GTX. MX-5 Miata J. Don't pick that piece of crap. That's a piece of crap. Alright, looks like I'm gonna pick this. Let's see. Let's go with a green and gold this time around. Why not? This is our new car. We have $133,000 that we need to invest into this thing, so let's get to going. You can even give this thing a racing mod. I believe the game will not let you put a race... Actually, no. I'm crazy. So first thing you want to do is get it the weight reduction. Get it all of its weight reduction, because that is a very important aspect for it. Later on, we'll be able to get a racing mod for it. I will probably race off screen to get when I re-get my Cobra. Rather, I'll race off screen to reacquire a Cobra or two, so that I can get a little bit of extra money to pour into this. But on screen, you're going to see the racing process. Always buy super soft racing tires because they give you the most grip after just a few turns. Got to see if you take turbo. No, you take legitimate tune-ups. Okay. That means that you will not take intercooler. That is fine. Engine. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to... Hold up. So first I'm going to go ahead and give this a nice drivetrain. Transmission. I buy the racing transmission just because it lets me kind of pick and choose how well I want to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a drive shaft. $1,000 for a nice racing flywheel. And then for professionals, you spend $6,500 on a limited slip customization. Something around that. I never even touch it half the time. But that's the drivetrain. You want good brakes. It costs about... Okay, these should be a little bit easier on me. Brakes balance. Yeah, it's going to cost me a bit, but it'll be worth. Thankfully, I don't need to worry too much about speed. We're getting all these parts in here because it's going to actually help its acceleration, its handling, all that good stuff. You can see here we can do stuff there. Suspension is a big one. I almost always just buy the full customization package, but I need to see what can I do this way. Because you know we're going to get the tune-up. We can't really tune it up all that much, but that's fine because you really don't want to go over a certain threshold for most of these races. This thing does not get displacement. I gotta see how much money I have. Port and polish, yes. We want port and polish. Engine balancing. Man, that took a lot of money. We need an onboard computer chip. That helps it. And a tune-up. Can I get, like, the bare basic tune-up? I believe I can. Don't forget I need a little bit of the muffler would help out a little too. So I can't get a bare basic tune-up yet. We're going to go ahead and get the muffler and air cleaner. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy it the full suspension right here. So unfortunately, I don't believe I can afford the... Let me see here. NA tune-up. Okay, so I can't afford that just yet. That's unfortunate. We got to do a race. We got to do a race. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this part. Hold up. Let me see my goddamn save states. There we go. Hit 1. There we go. We are stated. So, off screen, I'm going to go ahead and grind up a couple more Cobras, just so that I can get one to show off and to kind of give me the little extra money that I'm missing, because as you have seen, we can do it. Oh, for the love of God. Corvette Stingray 82, that's a nice car. So until then, this is Ragmoon signing out. You guys have a great night. Thank you for watching, and I'm saving my goddamn game. See you guys later. Take it easy.